Welcome to Stellar Storytelling. I'm Stella, founder and chief storyteller. In this video, I'm going to be talking about KDP and choosing the right format for your book. Maybe you're just at the finish line of writing your book and you're starting to wonder, should I go for the paperback or should I do a hardcover? And if you want to do both, which would be my suggestion, you can go so far as to completely change the experience, which is the case for my two books. So the paperback is the healing version of the book. It's the inner child version. So I wanted to use the green color, which is symbolic of the green of the heart chakra, the green of the heart chakra. Whereas the black cover, which is kind of the dragon version, is more of an invitation for an adventure. So the back is actually the same, but the front shifts to accommodate the dragon theme and to invite people onto an adventure. And I've also included some illustrations here. So there is a completely different flow to the hardcover. And that's what I wanted to create, I suppose, at some point of the publishing journey. Now, a lot of creators, a lot of authors, they just repurpose the paperback into a hardcover. So they don't change the color, they don't change the design. What I wanted to do was introduce a completely different experience. And so when you're planning your paperback and your hardcover, I would seriously advise you think about the experience that you want your readers to have. It's 2024, 2025. You might be watching this video. People want to invest in experiences. And while there aren't necessarily big changes that you can do or like big customizations that you can do on KDP, meaning you cannot really do golden lamination, golden fonts, or the fonts that kind of like you can feel them. You cannot really do reflective stuff. You cannot really play with the details on the cover. What you can do is actually play with the file, the PDF file, which the image file, whatever format you're using, and generate that playfulness that you would normally generate from a super developed publishing house that is dedicating hundreds and thousands, possibly millions, into your book. If you're just starting and you want to introduce a premium experience for your readers, it is possible to do that even on Amazon KDP. I'm using the glossy cover on both. So as you're looking at the book from every point, there's a reflectiveness. There's something happening. It looks exciting. It looks playful. It looks premium. And this is what I wanted to create. Now, user-wise, usability-wise, I'm not sure what the reader might actually experience as they're opening the book and they're reading. Because, we're very used to, like the very first version of this book, it's matte, it's quite flexible, so I can bend it. I'm not worried. There's a lot of bendability here. With the glossy, there's still bendability. Probably, yeah, just as much as the matte cover. With the hardcover, the bendability reduces to kind of here. However, I know to honor and treasure this experience a little bit more. It's just the vibe. And the vibe, you cannot fake the vibe. So I didn't necessarily want to create something super rich or super unaffordable. If anything, I wanted to create an experience that anyone can purchase and experience. So with one of my hardcovers, you can see the illustrations in full color. So this is the most expensive version of the book, and it features the hardcover, the glossy. It features additional illustrations. Everything is in color. But I wanted to introduce a second version where the illustration is still there, but it's in black and white. So this is kind of the medium budget-wise version of the book, where you can still experience the dragon version, but you don't have to pay a fortune to get it. And one of the reasons the hardcover with the premium colors is so expensive is that when I was uploading my book on KDP, it did not allow me to select the non-premium version for the colors. So only the premium version was available. And usually the costs that you're dealing with, they're coming from the platform. I don't necessarily have a say as to how much I want this to cost. The algorithm already gives me the price, and I'm working with what the algorithm is giving to me in terms of the cost. So if you want to make it as accessible as possible, your debut book, a paperback version is the most accessible. And depending on how much profit you want to make from this book, you can lower the price to, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 pounds and still earn some royalties. The choice is yours. KDP makes it easy for you to get your book published and have it across multiple markets at the same time, whether you choose the hardcover or the paperback. And you can also upload the ebook version relatively easy. You can connect them, you can display them as separate ones. I accidentally connected all of them in the wrong place, then I had to disconnect them, then I created a second profile. So, there's going to be some mistakes. That's okay. The team at Amazon is quite fast to respond, which is something that you might be happy to hear. And if you have any questions regarding any of the steps getting your book uploaded, there is a forum, the KDP forum, where if you just Google your question, you're going to see other people have already asked that question. And I've seen a lot of Reddit entries regarding the publishing process on KDP. So if you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe to my channel for more publishing videos as well as podcasting, social media, and branding. I would say whether you go for the paperback or the hardcover, you won't necessarily know which one is better because you don't know what your readers want until you offer it to them. It's free to get your book out into the world. So if you invest a little bit more time creating two versions and doing a little bit of A/B testing, that might be the best option for you in order for you to actually understand what does your audience want to see and how does it want to experience it, or rather, what does your audience want to read so that you can write more of and share more of your authentic voice with the world.